elementary pa lang ho ako, nakikita ko na ho yung una hong nakita is yung uniform ng mga kadete ng Philippine Military Academy. So yun ho yung nag-motivate sa akin. Sabi ko, napakaganda ng uniform nila. Parang nakita ko rin ho yung nila, yung slogan na if you want to serve your country, join the Philippine Military Academy or the Cadet Corps Armed Forces of the Philippines.
This episode is powered by DTX 500 and Clinica D3 Bio.
Banta ng viruses at bakterya, huwag mag-alala!
D3 Bio is here.
A quality product of Clinica de Alternativo, Medicina and Wellness Center Incorporated.
So you celebrated your first Christmas and New Year dito sa Negros last month. How was it?
So this is actually ho sa more than 25 years ko sa service. This is the only time na hindi po ako umuwi ng Christmas or New Year. Usually ho, the Army give us choice if you want to celebrate yung Christmas or New Year with your family. But I choose na mag-stay muna rito, na mag-celebrate kasama ng ating tropa and ating kababayan. Actually, last 30 December before New Year, nagkaroon kami ng program sa isang barangay natin dyan sa Don Salvador Benedicto para magbigay ng mga services and some goods and mga gifts para sa ating mga kababayan. So para makita ko kung paano mag-celebrate kasama ang ating mga kababayan dito sa Northern Negros. Nakita ko naman ho na maganda rin hong pagkakataon ito na makasalamuha sila at nakita ko na masaya rin palang mag-Christmas and mag-New Year kasama nung mga Negrense.
It's up to you to tell me if you can. You have how many kids?
May isa po akong son.
One son. And your wife and your son celebrated Christmas na dalawa lang sila doon sa bahay ninyo.
Tama ho. Nung Christmas ho, dalawa lang sila sa bahay namin.
Malungkot po ba?
Malungkot ho na siyempre kasi ho malayo sa pamilya. Pero fulfilling ho na nandito ako nagsiservisyo sa ating mga kababayan to maintain yung peace and order and makakontribute sa development ng area ng Northern Negros.
Pag ilang command mo ito, sir? Yung 79th?
Actually, this is my first battalion command.
Ay, okay.
But yung company command duty ko is area ng Bicol region.
Bicol region. Yeah. So, Luzon.
Luzon.
So, this is your first assignment in the Visayas.
Tama ho. I also serve as the training officer, training and education officer ng 3rd Infantry Division. Doon sa area naman ng Panay.
Sir,
sa 3rd ID headquarters.
You look younger than your age. Are you one of the youngest battalion commanders ng 79th?
Right now ho, tama ho. Kasi kami ho yung mga bagong upong mga battalion commanders. So, most of the yung 8 na natitira or ibang battalion commanders dito sa infantry battalion commanders dito sa area ng 3rd ID are mostly senior sa akin.
Coming into Negros Island, I don't know what goes inside the mind of a young officer like you, kasi pag sinabi mong battalion commander, you have 500 people at your command. They are ready to, kill in the performance of their duty. And this being Negros, yung officers for the longest time, alam mo yun, yung bansag, berdugo, militar, blood-hungry, fascist, mga ganon. How do you feel coming into your command?
Actually ho, alam naman ho natin na yung Army ay nag-transition into right now a more professional and disciplined organization, especially the 79th Infantry Battalion. So ako ho ay naniniwala na ang purpose talaga kung bakit kami nandito is to serve and to contribute sa peace and development ng area na aming nasasakupan. So kami ho ay hangga't maaari nandito kami para sa katahimikan at para protektahan ang ating mga communities at ating mga kababayan.
Nasa balita ngayon yung Delta Force ng United States. Was there a time in your life as a soldier na you wanted to become a member of the Delta Force?
Actually, bilang nung kami mga young officer, isa sa mga pangarap namin or isa sa mga ambisyon namin is mapabilang sa mga elite forces. That's why, isa yun sa mga reason. That's why I undertook the Scout Ranger course and the Airborne course. So, naniniwala kami na, siyempre, bilang isang officer, we want to be specialized and mapabilang sa mga elite na organization under the armed forces.
Yes.
So, yun ho.
So yung Scout Ranger is almost the equivalent of Delta Force in the Philippines.
Tama ho.
Medyo mahirap yung training nyo. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Actually, I took my Scout Ranger course during my second lieutenant days. Originally kasi, ang assignment ko is Special Operation Command. But during that time, we are required by the higher headquarters na ma-deploy muna sa mga infantry divisions. But dahil nga sa kailangan, sabi ng mga commander namin, kailangan kami na tuloy-tuloy na na ma-deploy muna, and dahil sa situation nun sa Bicol area, so hindi na ako nakapag-report sa Special Operation Command. Ang naging usapan na lang namin between my commander is that if magkaroon ng chance, I will undergo the Scout Ranger course. And nangyari naman ho. And during that time, ang naging area na pinag-operate namin during our test mission is sa area naman ng Sulu province.
Wow.
Confronting the Abu Sayyaf group way back 2006 to 2007.
Did you have a near-death experience during the training sa Scout Ranger?
Actually naman ho, part pa rin ng trabaho namin yon. And bilang isang sundalo ho, isa yon sa mga pwede nating expect sa habang tayo nasa serbisyo. And during my training or during our test mission, isa sa mga kaklase namin or tropa namin ang nagbuwis ng buhay laban sa Abu Sayyaf group during that test mission in Sulu.
I'll go later to your reflections if you compare the communist terrorists compared to the Muslim secessionists. Ano ba yung parang pagkakaiba nila? But I'll ask first tungkol sa'yo. You could be in a corporate suit, pwede ka doon. But now you're in military you're in a filar path, What made you become a soldier?
Actually ho, nung bata pa ho ako, pinangarap ko na hong magsilbi sa bayan.
Dahil?
Since elementary pa lang ho ako, nakikita ko na ho yung una hong nakita is yung uniform ng mga kadete ng Philippine Military Academy. So yun ho yung nag-motivate sa akin. Sabi ko, napakaganda nung uniform nila. Parang nakita ko rin ho yung nila, yung slogan na if you want to serve your country, join the Philippine Military Academy or the Cadet Corps Armed Forces of the Philippines. So
This episode is brought to you by Falcor Marketing Corporation, Grace Pharmacy, and Park Inn by Radisson Bacolod.
It was the long gray line that inspired you.
opo, tama ho.
Paano mo nakita yon?
Nakita ko ho na I think isang activity ng kasama yung teacher namin. Then yung teacher namin is may calendar ng ano. Grade 3 yata ako noon or grade 2 nung nakita ko 'yon. Then nakita ko yung slogan nila. If you want to serve your country, join the Cadet Corps Armed Forces of the Philippines.
And so you became PMA.
Tama po.
Oh, in what year po?
I joined the Philippine Military Academy class of 2004.
But before that, walang military o army sa pamilya nyo?
Wala po. My parents are farmers. Diyan sa Tarlac po.
So you're the first in your family?
Yeah, tama po. Most of my mga cousins ko are engineers, teachers, nurses. So sa amin ho, malaki ho kasi yung family namin eh. Yung sa mother side ko, they are 11 na magkakapatid. Sa father side ko, 5 silang magkakapatid. So malaki ho yung family namin. And ako ho yung nauna na nag-join sa military service. But right now, may mga pamangkin ako na nag-join ng ng service.
So you understand the life of a farmer kasi you're the son of a farmer.
Tama po.
And so it also affects you to see farmers being killed dito sa Negros
Opo,
Occidental.
nakakalungkot na makita ho yun na yung pangkaraniwang mamamayan na may pamilya na umaasa, may mga anak na naghihintay sa kanila, pinapatay lang ho ng ganun-ganun, na walang hustisya at walang kadahilanan.
And you come from the province na birthplace practically ng NPA. Bakit hindi ka na-recruit? But was there an attempt to recruit you in the past?
Wala naman ho. Hindi ho nangyari yun. So, yung grandfather ko, naging member ng Hukbalahap during the, during that time.
But they fought against the Japanese.
Yeah, tama ho. Kasi yung parents niya, accordingly sa mga kwento, namatay during the war. So, naulila ho sila. Then, yun ho, nag-join siya sa Hukbalahap. Nakita niya kung ano yung, naikukwento niya kung ano yung tunay na kalagayan ng mga kababayan natin during that time and kung gaano ka-importante yung magserbisyo, tunay na serbisyo para sa bayan, para sa ikabubuti at kapayapaan ng ating bayan.
Tell me a bit, Batcom, about your insights sa Negros pagdating mo dito. How do you look at the insurgency that had been raging on for like what? More than 50 years.
Yeah. So ako naman ho naniniwala na yung right now yung the communist terrorist group dito sa area ng Northern Negros nasa pabagsak na na status. But ang nakikita ko kailangan dito is must be a whole of nation approach or even whole of government approach. So hindi lang ho dapat military ang solusyon dito. So kailangan din ho ng mga ibang sectors na magtulong-tulong kung gusto natin ng tunay na kapayapaan, tunay na katahimikan para magbigay daan para sa kaunlaran ng lalong pagunlad ng Negros. Kailangan ho tayong magtulong-tulong. The army against the armed component. So nandyan ho yung mga ibang sectors to help us counter the propaganda, yung mga kasinungalingan ng grupo na to para matapos ho yung problema natin sa communist terrorist group dito sa area ng Negros.
The army, including the 79th IB, is winning the ground war against the CTGs. In fact, you have dismantled the Northern Negros Front. But yung other battle is actually being fought in the minds and hearts of Negrenses. Do you think na yung problem with terrorism is that possibly, I don't know, in each of us, merong terrorist that can respond to agitation? How difficult is this to fight? Kasi it does not belong to the army only. It's now in the minds and hearts of Negrenses. What do you think of that?
Ang nakikita ko ho rito is yung tamang pagbibigay ng information. Alam naman ho natin ngayon, maraming mga fake news, mga false information na pinakakalat. So, ang nakikita ko ho rito is yung dapat palakasin ho natin yung counter propaganda. So, alam naman ho natin na this group, they have the capability to radicalize ang ating mga vulnerable sectors. O, nakikita natin, they have using the different platforms para mag-radicalize, mag-recruit, and mag-propagate ng kanilang mga lies or propaganda. So, ginagamit po nila ito para mag-recruit, mag-agitate. Alam naman ho natin na they are using yung issues na yan para magkaroon ng agitation, di ba? So, babalik ho tayo doon sa ng communist terrorist group, yung arouse, organize, and mobilize. So, napaka-importante ho na yung ating mga kababayan maging aware kung ano ba yung sinasamahan nilang grupo. So, wala naman pong masama na tayo'y mag-question sa mga issues na kinakaharap ng ating bansa. Wala hong masama na tayo'y magprotesta, magtanong. Ang masama lang po is kapag yung grupo na ating nasasamahan or nasasalihan and connected na sa communist terrorist group. Some of our kababayan ay hindi po ito alam na may mga organizations na umbrella organizations na naka-konektado sa mga New People's Army.
Why is terrorism against the way of life of the Negrense?
Alam ko naman ho na ang ating mga kababayan, lalong-lalo na dito sa Negros, are peace-loving people. So, alam ko po na ang mga kababayan natin gusto lang na mamuhay ng tahimik at magkaroon ng progress sa kanilang mga community. So, alam ko po na yung ating kababayan ayaw nila ng terrorist or terroristic act.
Ano ba yung dish in Bicol na na-miss mo during Christmas?
Marami ho Bicol Express,
Oh.
di Pinangat, di Laing. So,
Wow.
meron naman hong napadala sa akin. That's why gusto ko ring i-share sa ating mga kasundaluhan yung mga dish na yon galing Bicol. Kaya nagpadala ho ako rito ng mga pinangat.
Pero ano yung pagkain dito na una mong nagustuhan?
Actually ho, marami hong masarap na pagkain dito sa sa Negros. Ang una ko hong natikman nung pagdating ko rito yung kansi doon sa Bacolod
Ooh.
City. And of course yung chicken inasal.
Oh, wow.
Yun
Talaga yun? Yun talaga? What makes it different from, of course, you have, kasi Bicol, marami din kayong meat dishes. Pero what makes kansi and chicken barbecue different?
Malasa po siya.
Oh, talaga? Yung insurgency ba dito, mas malasa compared to other places?
Actually, Bicol and Negros may same ho na problem sa insurgency. I think they have the same level nung situation right now.
Pero mas maanghang daw kayo eh. Yung mga taga Bicol. Wow. Anyway, so you're going to stay for the next 2 years or so. What can people expect from you as commander of the 79th, sir?
As the commander of 79th IB ho, ang maipapangako ko lang ho, ang 79th IB will continue doing its part and contribution para sa katahimikan and para sa ikaunlad ng area na aming nasasakupan. Ang maipapangako ko lang din ho sa ating mga kababayan, ang inyong 79th IB will continue to uphold the law and will follow the rule of law, the international humanitarian law. At nandito po kami para protektahan ang inyong karapatang pantao.
Colonel, maraming salamat once again.
Maraming salamat, sir.
This episode is powered by DTX 500 and Clinica D3 Bio.
Banta ng viruses at bakterya, huwag mag-alala!
D3 Bio is here.
A quality product of Clínica de Alternativo, Medicina and Wellness Center Incorporated.